The following program is for adult audiences only.
Hey, this is Alonzo Bowden, and you are listening to Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
Who's Talking Shh with Johnny and Anthony.
Hey everybody,
It's the Talking Shit Show.
back again for another week.
Hey man, we skipped a week. That's what we did.
This is John.
And this is Anthony.
We're gonna set all joking aside for a bit here. We got some really serious shit to talk about. A lot of things happened in the time we were off. A lot of bad things. Several shootings.
Oh, the shootings.
Fuck. Yeah, the one happened. The Buffalo one happened while we were recording the fucking show last week, or the week before.
I was that the one at the grocery store?
Mm-hmm.
I was reading something after that one, and they were talking about something like shooting number 196 since December.
For the year, yeah.
Or some shit.
Yeah,
That's
fucking
insane.
ridiculous.
I feel like that's an inflated number. I don't want to be a dick.
Probably not.
But, I mean, come on. I've heard about 7 shootings. Not 198 shootings.
So they have a
Like what
website where they keep track of all
Okay.
the shootings for the year, and that's probably accurate.
They're quoting right off the fucking page.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, man.
Well, I also think, obviously everybody and their fucking mom wants to attack guns and gun control, right? But
No.
I feel like it's showing glaring holes in our police force when it comes to like the schools.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have I said schools are poorly maintained when it comes to safety? I'm a maniac. They let me walk into a school just without resistance of any kind. I can just go there. That's fucking crazy, for one. And for two, like, we have cops in schools. Like, they're there. We pay them to be there to do, like, cop shit, right? But they spend their whole time, like, shaking down fucking 15-year-olds and trying to hassle potheads and write, like, tardy slips and shit instead of stopping some maniac walking into a school that literally was shooting outside the school.
Yep.
Like, there's a dude, he wrecked the truck across the street. He's shooting, he's going bananas. And they're talking about the school cops, man, they weren't available or something. They weren't around. Well, why the fuck are we paying these guys?
We'll talk about them in order of occurrence. So it says, as portraits of victims emerge, new details of Gunman's planning came into focus. Buffalo Police Commissioner Joseph Gramaglia said on Sunday that the shooting suspect had been brought in for a mental health evaluation last June after making what Mr. Gramaglia said was a generalized threat to a classmate. Special Agent Stephen Belangia, I don't know where these guys get these names from, but of the FBI confirmed that neither the state police or FBI had intelligence on the subject from before the evaluation.
Well, I mean, why would the fucking FBI have any?
But I mean, the state police should, if that's something that, if he's going in for a mental health evaluation, that's something the state police should probably know. Maybe not up to the FBI.
I don't know. I was a kid in middle school, and I was kicked out of school, and I wasn't allowed to come back pending a psychiatric evaluation because I was a little crazy. I don't think you call the cops.
And look at you now.
Well, I mean, yeah. Look, now I'm doing fine.
With your third of a shirt. And
Now I'm doing totally fine. All of us, we're all doing fine.
your man bun and your sunglasses in the insides.
We're doing fine. We're all doing fine.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know if the police need to know that, like, the school thinks a kid is crazy. I mean, a lot of times, yeah, the kid's crazy, but the school's kind of a dick. So, I mean, you can't be involving police, because police are dickheads too. The thing is we already have, like, armed people at, like, these events to stop maniacs. Why aren't they doing that? That's my question. They're all paid. Like, and not to mention, if you have a crazy kid, why do you have a gun in your house? Like,
Well, he purchased the guns himself.
how old was he?
18.
Well,
Just 18.
well.
So why can an 18-year-old buy an automatic weapon?
And can't drink a fucking beer.
Exactly.
That's what's crazy. Now,
What does he need that automatic weapon for?
Now
Does he go into war?
Well, the first shooting, that was by the 18-year-old kid
Yeah.
that just went out and bought an automatic weapon.
Mm-hmm.
How what automatic weapon did he buy? I'm under the impression that an 18-year-old isn't allowed to own an automatic weapon. Actually, no one is. They're illegal.
It depends on where you live.
I mean,
I think New York lifted the ban on assault rifles.
but an assault, that's not a fully automatic weapon. Like, this maniac is... That's the problem with the arguments for gun control, is, like, it's always, like, this crazy... You already can't have that gun. So the fact that it would be illegal or not doesn't matter, because it's already illegal. Like, an 18-year-old's allowed to have a fucking deer rifle. That's what they're allowed to have. They're not allowed to have a handgun, and they're not allowed to have no fucking machine gun. Nobody's allowed to have a fucking machine gun. Now, maybe they can possess a long rifle like an AR-15, some substrate of that platform. But that's, I mean, you can shoot fucking turkeys with that gun. That's not an automatic rifle. Unless you fucking do something to it, you're not allowed to. No. Then you put a drum mag on it and you can run a fucking 300 rounds through it. But that you're not supposed to be doing that already. So,
and it's kind of funny you said fuck law enforcement, as you often do, but I was reading something yesterday in preparation for the show. It says authorities investigating if retired federal agent knew of Buffalo mass shooting plans in advance. It says law enforcement officers are investigating whether a retired federal agent had about 30 minutes advance notice of a white supremacist plan to murder black people at a Buffalo supermarket.
That's a problem too when it's racially motivated, so it's not just some maniac like.
Well, and the fucked up thing is there was the former federal agent, that guy, and another guy who all talk regularly in this white supremacist group. And the federal agent talked to the guy 30 minutes before the thing. He said exactly what he was going to do.
White supremacist groups. I mean, talk about a shittier group of people to hang around with, too. Good night. Fuck me. I'd rather hang out in a fucking Lamaze group. I mean, Jesus Christ. And that's nothing against Lamaze ladies, but you're fucking terrible. So there's that. First joke of the episode. There it is.
Says authorities believe the former agent, believed to be from Texas, funny, was one of at least 6 individuals who regularly communicated with accused gunman Peyton Gendron in an online chat room where racist hatred was discussed. This is the 2 law enforcement sources with direct knowledge of the investigation stated these individuals were invited by Gendron to read about his mass shooting plans and the target location about 30 minutes before Gendron killed 10 people at Tops Market on Jefferson Avenue on May 14th.
Well, the good thing is that at least there's some form, some freedom of the press of some sort here that's allowing the information that, like, hey, maybe it's not all cut and dry, like, you fuckers can't have guns because you're all irresponsible. No, this was a group of, this is a group of maniacs that are hanging out together, and then one of them holds authority, so another one of them is allowed to do something fucking incredibly crazy. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're always going to have that. Take whatever you want away from the monkeys. They're always going to form little groups and attack other monkeys.
No.
That's what they do. So, I mean, I don't know.
It says the 18-year-old white gunman who pleaded not guilty
Oi!
left behind a manifesto.
Oh, fuck.
How do you plead not guilty and have a manifesto?
Not only that, but how do you plead not guilty when they got you?
Yeah.
They got you, buddy.
In the fucking act.
Your dick's in your hand, buddy. They got you.
Yeah. Hey,
Good
Pee Wee
night.
Herman, they caught you jerking off.
Holy heat wave. Like, what do you mean? All right. Well, fuck.
Yeah.
What's the case? How are you going to defend yourself? Come on, let's see it. I want to see it. I want to see the movie.
Yeah. And then a little bit after that, they had the Laguna Woods shooting at the church. It says California church shooter motivated by anti-Taiwanese hate, police say. A 68-year-old Nevada man accused of killing one person and wounding 5 others in a Taiwanese congregation in Orange County, California, was allegedly motivated by anti-Taiwan sentiment in what law enforcement is calling a politically motivated hate crime.
Who the fuck hates Taiwanese people?
You know what's funny?
Huh.
He's Taiwanese.
What the fuck?
So has it just become a crime at that point?
Yeah. Isn't it just a crime?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, but no.
Were they Christian Taiwanese people?
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe that makes it a hate crime.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the Christians always like to bitch when you attack them. It's 'cause of God. Yeah, sure. Fuck.
And then the worst one, the Robb Elementary School shooting.
That's the one, boys. If you were giving out medals, boy, fuck.
Yeah.
What a befuddling.
Yeah. Dude, it is just so fucked on so many levels.
I tell you what. If there's man, I got some. I'm closely associated with some minor children, which is probably not a good idea, but I mean I am. So I mean, whatever. if there's some maniac just shooting up their school, I mean, and the police are just like, you can't come in. You're not allowed to go in there.
You would have to kill me.
Yeah, no, why do we not have like 3 or 4 dead cops?
Yeah.
Like, I would shoot a cop of it, right?
Yeah. A coworker and I were talking about that.
Right, like
you would have to kill me.
Don't you just shoot the cop?
You're not going to keep me out.
Like, yeah, what do you mean? Like, are you out of your mind? You're not doing anything. Like, and not to mention, of course they gotta call Border Patrol. The question is, why, if we pay all these police officers, do we not have some sector of them that is dedicated, maybe the ones that are already in the schools, like the school police, that are gung-ho dedicated to stopping a maniac and are just like, fucking yeah, I want to stop a maniac. That's the only reason I come to school. It's not to shake down kids for weed. It's to stop a maniac. And they sit in their little office all day just thinking about stopping a maniac. That's it. They can even wear like a headband, dress like Rambo. I don't give a fuck. Why don't we have them? We got these assholes that are apparently taking a fucking lunch break when the maniac shows up with a gun shooting people. What the fuck? And not to mention, this is Texas. How the fuck is he popping off rounds in the front and nobody takes him out?
For 5 minutes.
That's insane. That you're not popping rounds off at the front of the school in Elko for 5 minutes with nobody taking you out. Everybody here's got a gun.
I'm not going to be able to pop off rounds for 5 minutes outside my house.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got a gun.
My own fucking house.
It's I thought Texas, everybody had a gun. Here, I've seen hobos with guns.
Yeah.
Fucking old ladies got guns. It's everybody's got a gun. That's why nobody wants to shoot anything up in the rural towns, because you'll just die. Somebody just like letting the population in rural Nevada let you know that it's okay and the law doesn't care if you get killed is very, very bad, because then the whole town tries to kill you. They're all maniacs. They're all drunk with guns and high on crack. Welcome to Nevada. They're all out of their mind. It's just, I don't understand why we don't have a group of folks that are dedicated to stopping these mass shootings if we're having 196 of them inside of like fucking 5 months.
Yeah.
Like, We got to call Border Patrol. And obviously, there it is. We've already got them. That is a group of maniacs that are substance abusers, and they're just totally dedicated to shooting a brown guy. What do? They send him to the school where there's a brown guy with a gun, and he gets fucking shot. That's what they do. We already have the group. Not saying that we should use them, because they really like shooting brown people. Too much. That's why they're like, yep, fucking hey, we're sending. How many do we have? All of them? We're getting all of them. There's one guy, dude. Yeah, I know, but we're going to send everybody. We're taking them all. We don't use them, but maybe, see, we can train guys like that, you see? So maybe we get some that are just really against maniacs, not brown maniacs. You know what I mean?
I'm going to read the first two paragraphs here of the wiki article, which I highly recommend everybody read. This is just some excerpts from it. It's fucking ridiculous to read all the bullshit that fucking went on. But I'm just going to read the first two paragraphs here. This is on May 24th, 2022. 18-year-old Salvador Rolando Ramos fatally shot 19 students and 2 teachers and wounded 17 others at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas. Earlier that day, Ramos had shot his grandmother in the forehead, severely wounding her. After firing shots outside the school for approximately 5 minutes, he entered Robb Elementary School, armed with an AR-15 style rifle and a handgun, through an open side entrance door without encountering armed resistance. Ramos locked himself inside a classroom where all of the victims were killed and remained there for about 1 hour before being killed by a United States Border Patrol BORTAC tactical team. It is the third deadliest American school shooting after the Virginia Tech shooting in 2007 and the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting in 2012, and the deadliest ever in Texas history. Law enforcement officials were criticized for their actions in response to the shooting. After initially praising first responders to the shooting, Texas Governor Greg Abbott called for an investigation of the lack of action by incident commanders. Police officers waited 78 minutes on site before breaching the classroom to engage the perpetrator. Police also cordoned off the school grounds, resulting in violent conflicts between police and civilians who were attempting to enter the school to rescue children. Afterward, local and state officials gave inaccurate reports of the timeline of police actions and overstated actions police took to stop the shooter. The Texas Department of Public Safety acknowledged a series of errors, including the decision to delay an assault on the shooter's position.
Absolutely insane. Again, why? And also, why the fuck don't these teachers have some guns? Like, that's... why do you not pack a gun? That's crazy. I mean, I've worked in places you're not allowed to carry a gun. I brought it anyway. Like, you're not allowed to carry a gun in the bank. I bring it anyway. I just hide it. What are you going to do, go through your purse? What's the circumstance in which they find out you have a gun? When you take it out and shoot a maniac?
Yeah.
Well, then I guess you get fired. But now you're a fucking hero. Yeah. So there's that. Give these teachers some fucking guns. That's absolutely insane they don't have pistols on them. And you shame on yourself, teachers, if you're not bringing a fucking pistol to work. That's crazy. Get a fucking pistol, put it in your purse, take it to work. It's absolutely insane these teachers don't have fucking guns. I don't care what the law says. Postal workers, you'd carry fucking guns if they were still shooting you assholes up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't. So you don't. And you just expect these teachers not to bring guns into the school because they'll be dangerous. I don't give a fuck. Bring a gun. I bring a gun everywhere I go, and nobody shoots at me. Because I got a fucking gun on me. That's why nobody shoots at me, Johnny.
So, speaking of teachers, there is definitely some... All this blood is on one teacher's hands.
Oy.
The security door had been propped open minutes earlier by a teacher who had exited the building to retrieve a mobile phone.
Oi. All right, so...
Otherwise, all the doors would have been secured.
Neither here nor there. I mean, I don't know if you blame that teacher, dog. No.
He got in through that door.
That doesn't matter. I mean, just the same, he drove there in a Dodge. So fuck those assholes that built that, right? Like, no, you can't do that. My problem is the teachers that are in the room see a maniac come in with a gun and they don't fucking pull their guns out and shoot him. In a perfect world, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Like, you cannot contain... You're not going to be able to stop the guns, folks. Sorry. There's too many of them. Make them illegal tomorrow. I'm not giving you mine, cocksucker. There's too many of them. So, if you can't beat them, join them. Take your fucking guns. That's crazy that all these fucking kids are getting shot. That's nuts. No one else had a gun. This guy's just going on a rampage for like a while, and nobody shoots him. That's fucking crazy to me. What's going on? This is supposed to be Texas.
I would love to get on a soapbox and say, this is what we should do to fix this problem. I honestly don't know.
I'll fucking tell you. I'm on a soapbox. Get these fucking teachers some guns. Tell them quit being fucking pussies. You're in charge of kids. Are you fucking... You know, if those teachers didn't fucking die and they got dead kids in their fucking classroom, I'm hanging them, right? Like, there's no victims there. You're an adult. You're in charge of the kids. Yep. Carry a fucking gun. That's nuts. That's absolutely fucking crazy. And the fact that nobody fucking burned these damn cops down, I'd have come out with the dragon. I'm coming to the school with the dragon.
They're in so much trouble.
That's crazy. I would have lit them all up. Well, I guess we have two shooters.
Yeah, right.
That's like, I don't understand. That's crazy. You got, in essence, law enforcement acting against a fucking militia with a just cause. What is the point of law enforcement? Like, they're not there to stop the righteous. They're there to stop the maniac. Why the fuck are we paying these guys? Just give these teachers some fucking guns. It's crazy. They're not even expensive. They're not dangerous. If you keep this fucking firearm in a purse that I have right here and you never fucking charge it, it's a hammer. It's nothing. It's a brick. It doesn't do anything.
He has a firearm right here, not a purse right here.
Dude, I'll put it in my purse. I swear to God. That's right. I put it in my lady's purse when we go to the bank because they fucking don't search her. Yeah, put it in the Birkin bag. I don't give a fuck.
There is a timeline on the wiki page. I just want to go over it real quick. It says 11:28. Ramos crashes his grandmother's car into the ditch and exits the vehicle armed. 11:30. First 911 call placed to Uvalde police. 11:31. Ramos, who was outside of the school, begins shooting into classrooms. At the same time, a patrol officer arrives. 11:33. Ramos enters the school through a propped open door and begins shooting in interconnecting classrooms 111 and 112. 11:35. 7 police officers enter the school. 3 officers approach the closed door to the classroom Ramos is in, and 2 officers are grazed with bullets. 11:43. The school announces on Facebook a lockdown of the school due to gunshots in the area, stating that students and staff are safe in the building.
Oi!
12:03. 19 law enforcement officers gather in the hallway to the classrooms but do not enter the classroom Ramos was in because of the incident commander, Pete Arredondo, was treating the situation as one with a barricaded subject instead of an active shooter.
Baloney.
Arredondo believed that no more lives were at risk at the time and wanted more equipment and officers before conducting a tactical breach.
Baloney. Nonsense. Phony. Just jargon, just talking around the fact that you got a full police force. You got a police force full of bitch niggas. That's what you got. Yep. You got a bunch of people afraid to go in the cell. Go in, pop the door, motherfuckers, let's go. What is it? What kind of lock? I heard so many excuses. They couldn't get a key. They couldn't figure out how to unlock the door. Keys. They had to get... Motherfucker!
I tell you what, they can figure out how to open a fucking door when they're going to serve a warrant.
Yeah, I tell you what, when they're kicking in fucking doors and shooting innocent people, we figure out how to open these doors,
real fucking fast.
That's pretty crazy. I mean... I don't know why we have why do we not have a mountain of dead police officers? We implore them to do the righteous. We employ them to save lives. You understand? It doesn't make sense that we don't have, if we got 17 dead kids, we don't have 17 dead cops. You should have kept throwing cops at this motherfucker till he ran out of bullets so he couldn't kill the kids.
Yep.
I don't understand why there's all these dead kids and no dead cops.
For once, I am 100% with you.
It's fucking, it doesn't make sense. Like, what are we doing in this country?
I would have threw a shoe at the motherfucker if I had to.
Yeah, like, what? Just keep throwing bodies at him. You're wearing armor, you fucking pussies. Get in the door. Get in the door. It's crazy. That's nuts. The level of fucking just gutless fucking flip-floppery. Yep. You intestineless cunts, you just gonna stand outside that door while this dude's popping off fucking rounds? Get in the door! You don't you want to be a fucking hero? Today's the day to die! Come on! They're gonna put you in the fucking papers. Your name's gonna be in lights. Get in the fucking door. It's crazy. Yep. It's fucking glory. Why are we employing these guys if they don't want it? Like, what are you doing? It doesn't make sense.
It says 12:10, a student in classroom 112 calls 911 reporting multiple dead in the classroom. 12:15, some members of the Border Patrol tactical unit arrive at the school with shields. 12:16, the same student from classroom 112 calls 911 again, reporting that 8 to 9 students are still alive in the classroom. 12:19, another student from classroom 111 calls 911 but hangs up when another student tells her to end the call. 12:21, 3 shots are heard in a 911 call. 12:36, the same student from classroom 112 calls 911 again, reporting that Ramos has shot a door. 12:50, federal law enforcement uses the janitor's master key to unlock the door Ramos is locked, and they enter the classroom. Ramos, who is in a closet, kicks open the door and starts shooting. They open fire and kill him.
Good fucking night.
Yep.
And by that time, fuck. I don't know why we're waiting on a key.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Breach the fucker. What you don't have a SWAT team? What the fuck is happening?
So I would like to start a new hashtag. Fuck ABC.
Oh, what are they up to?
So this is it's an 8-minute and 52-second thing that I'm gonna play. It's Jimmy Kimmel before the day that this happened. He shot this thing before the show went live.
Alrighty, and this here's free use. We're not getting
I really don't think Jimmy Kimmel's gonna have a problem with it.
I'll fucking fight Jimmy Kimmel. You better not.
Well, ABC said fuck you and pulled this segment from the show.
Oh, so we're helping him out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So here you go.
Hi, it's Jimmy, and I wanted to speak to you directly without an audience for just a bit before we start the show, because here we are again on another day of mourning in this country. Once again, we grieve for the little boys and girls whose lives have been ended and whose families have been destroyed, while our leaders on the right, the Americans at Congress and at Fox News and these other outlets, warn us not to politicize this. They immediately criticize our president for even speaking about doing something to stop it, because they don't want to speak about it, because they know what they've done and they know what they haven't done, and they know that it's indefensible. So they'd rather sweep this under the rug. And, most Americans support keeping guns out of the hands of criminals and children. The majority of us do, Democrats and Republicans. And the reason they call them common sense gun laws is because that's what they are. Common sense. 89% of Americans want background checks before a gun can be purchased, which is just the very least we can do. A bipartisan bill passed in the House. It's been stalled in the Senate for over a year now. They won't pass it because our cowardly leaders just aren't listening to us. They're listening to the NRA. They're listening to those people who write them checks, who keep them in power, because that's the way politics work. That's the idea we settle on. So we tell ourselves, but it doesn't have to be that way. Not for this. You can tell things are out of whack when the coach of the Golden State Warriors shows more leadership and passion than almost every Republican in Congress. And I say this tonight with the hope, not with an expectation, but with the hope that people like Ted Cruz and Greg Abbott and John Cornyn, people who were elected by Texans, will actually listen to it. Instead of going right to gun control laws don't work and we need armed teachers and guards at schools, if your solution to children being massacred is armed guards, you haven't been paying attention to what's going on. There was an armed guard in Buffalo. There was an armed guard in Parkland. There was an armed guard in Uvalde. They had armed guards. There were police officers armed on the scene. And these murders still happen. And gun control laws do work, by the way. We know this. 26 years ago, Scotland had a school shooting that killed 16 kids and a teacher, and the government responded by enacting gun control legislation. And there hasn't been a school shooting in Scotland since then. In 1996 in Australia, a mass shooting killed 35 people. They passed gun legislation. They haven't had one since. This is the only country where this keeps happening. Firearms are now the #1 cause of death for American children and teens. #1. Senator Ted Cruz, I will say, is stepping up to comfort the people he serves, is the NRA. Ted is scheduled to speak at an NRA event this weekend. And here's the thing. I don't believe Ted Cruz doesn't care about children. I don't. I refuse to believe he's unaffected by this. He's a father. I bet he went to bed sick to his stomach last night. It's easy to call someone a monster, but he's not a monster. He's a human being. And some people might not like hearing me say that, but it's true. So here's the thing I would like to say to Ted Cruz, the human being, and Governor Abbott, and everyone. It's okay to admit you made a mistake. In fact, it's not just okay, it's necessary to admit you made a mistake when your mistake is killing the children in your state. It takes a big person to do something like that. It takes a brave person to do something like that. And do I think these men are brave people? No, I don't. I don't. But man, I would love it if they surprised me. I would love it if any of these guys surprised me. I don't know. This is not a time for moments of silence. This is a time to be loud and to stay loud and not stop until we fix this. Some people say this is a mental health problem. Others say it's a gun problem. It is both, and it can be both. So let's work on both of those. There have been 27 school shootings so far this year in this country, and it's May. How does this make sense to anyone? These are our children, and our representatives are supposed to represent us. We want limits on who can walk around with an AR-15, and it damn well shouldn't be a teenager who works at a fast food restaurant. If we can't agree on that, forget it. This is not their fault anymore. This is now our fault because we get angry, we demand action, we don't get it, they wait it out, we go back to the lives that we should rightfully be able to go back to. But you know who doesn't forget it? The parents of the children at Sandy Hook and Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School and now Robb Elementary School. They won't forget it. So if you care about this, and we all do, doesn't matter what party we vote for, we all care about this. We need to make sure that we do everything we can to make sure that unless they do something drastic, that let's make sure that not one of any of these politicians ever holds office again.
The first law he signed is what was being called the...
Okay, and the rest of that is just videos of legislation shit, Greg Abbott, Lindsey Graham, and shit like that.
I mean, yeah, another fucking bleeding heart. I don't know. I don't know if you politicize it, and yeah, I don't agree. Fuck you, cunt. Arm the teachers. Yeah, that's obviously the idea. I don't know what you. Everybody knows guns are illegal in these places, and these people can't have guns. And even if they could, they're gonna have them anyway. That's what I mean. I legally own like a few of my guns, and I'm not gonna give those away if you make them illegal. I'm not gonna do that. So now I'm a criminal. Like, what do you? I don't care about the law more than I care, like, because I understand that there's going to be still people with guns. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, he says that I don't mean to pick apart his little spiel there, but I don't like the crying about it. There's an answer here. Obviously, there's a lack in courage. There's a lack in courage in our law enforcement, and there's a lack in courage in these armed guards that he says that we've placed places. Oh, there's law there. There's cops. There's this, there's that, and the other. The fucking animal control officer came to my door the other day, full-fledged police officer. I could take her if I wanted. There's not, I mean, these people aren't dangerous. If you're going to control maniacs on the street, you need maniacs. You understand? Mm-hmm. It's you have to have people that are willing to go into the fray. Why do you think firefighters have such a great fucking track record? Because they're all a bunch of meatheads that aren't afraid of getting burned. Yeah. They run into the fucking fire. They're not scared. You got a bunch of fucking pigs that are afraid of guns. They're afraid of bullets. That's your whole job. You think if our infantry was afraid of bullets, we'd keep winning fucking wars? No. We just fucking run in there. Like, yeah, fuck it. Like, yeah, that's the whole point. Like, I don't understand why we have these fucking cops that don't do their jobs, and then to politicize it again, I suppose. And then we have these fucking crybaby ass liberals that want to whine that we should take all the guns away from the fucking ranchers. No, I mean, don't take the guns away from anyone, because it doesn't matter if you tried. You're not gonna get them. Just employ courageous people. Stop the entrance exam for the police officer being like, did you fucking make it through high school? We'll make you a cop. That's not a warrior. That man is not out for fucking to right a wrong, to put his life on the line. He's trying to make a penchant. He's probably got fucking kids. He's not going into that fucking building. What if he gets shot? No. Then his little kids are not going to have a daddy or a mommy. That's fucking ridiculous. That shouldn't be that. No. You know what we should do? We should employ our police officers like the French Foreign fucking Legion. When you join the police, you don't have a fucking name anymore. We take away everything you got. Now all you know is this, and this is what you do, and that's it. And if you don't want that, then you don't get that. You have to do that for X amount of years, conscribe them for 4 years, and then fucking get rid of them. See you later. Now you go do a life if you want to do that. But while you're a police officer, you can't be a bitch. It's fucking crazy. Yep. We're just giving them more and more guns, like that levels the playing field of courage. Because a courageous person with a bat is neutralized by a scared person with a gun. You understand? But when you have a maniac who's fueled by nothing but courage and delusion, that isn't leveled by a scared person with a gun. That doesn't work. Yep. You need another courageous person with a gun that's not afraid. That's why our army wins. That's why our police don't win, because they're fucking scared. Like that's it. I can't tell you how many fucking videos, which don't worry why, but of police like mass shootings. I've watched hours of videos, just cops just running away from niggas with guns. Yep. Why are you running? Why are you so afraid? What's gonna happen? You're gonna get shot? You're gonna die anyway, buddy. You cops need to know that. You're gonna die anyway. Just because you don't get shot by a criminal doesn't mean you escape dying. Yep. You're gonna die anyway. And one way you're gonna die famous, with glory. They're gonna put your name in lights. Be a hero. Just go get shot. Fuck it. Your life doesn't really matter. There's a million assholes making $22.95 an hour with a fucking blue suit on and a shiny little vest. It doesn't fucking matter. You're irrelevant. Go make something. Go be a statistic, man. Be the dude. Be the guy in the paper. I saved him. I put my life on the line. Absolutely. Who knows? You might live. That's what it's worth. Yep. Why do we have people that are afraid, that are going to stand outside the classroom and fucking wait? It's nuts to me. And then we have the answer of, oh, we'll take away all the guns. The politician need to take away only the police should have. Only the scaredest people in the population that are protected by the most laws should have all the guns. How fucking dumb is that? If you punch a cop, it costs you 5 years in fucking prison. If you punch me, I'm gonna punch you back. That's all that's gonna happen to you. Nope. I'm not even gonna call the cops. Nothing's gonna happen. Yeah, I don't understand why the answer is the people with the most rights and the most protection under the law and are the most afraid of everything around them get all the guns. That's not the answer, Kimmel, you dick. No, give the teacher a fucking gun. She'll shoot the guy. Why? Because her life's in danger. The cop isn't shooting the guy because his life isn't in danger. He doesn't care. He's afraid. He can run away. The teacher can't. She's locked in the room with the maniac. Give her a fucking 45. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? He has another gun? Okay, he kills her and took her gun. He's got 3 now. He's only got 2 arms, guys. It's fine. We're still in the same amount of fucking danger if the teachers have guns or not. The answer is to arm the teachers because you're not taking away the fucking guns. Give it up. Be rational. Come on, stop being so fucking stupid. You think enough crying is gonna get rid of the guns? You're gonna enough, and you're gonna make me get rid of my. I don't care if your kid fucking dies, man. I don't care, cause my kid's not gonna, cause I got a gun. if that's my kid's school, I'm going in with the dragon and I'm burning these fucking halls down. I'm getting my kid and I'm taking a couple of these pigs with me. That's fine. I'll sit in jail, but they're gonna put me in the papers. Notoriety at all costs. I'm gonna be famous, boys, and these fucking cops are gonna be famous too. Now I'm taking them with me. It's fucking crazy that we have these assholes that are afraid of perpetrators. You just want to punk out, like, speeders and jaywalkers. It's fucking nuts.
Well, what's even more fucked up is some of the cops came early to remove their kids from the school.
Oh, yeah. Let me get my kid. You see what I mean, dude?
Exactly.
Why does this person have ulterior ties to anything? They should know only protect and serve.
Yep.
And if we can't do that with humans, then automate the fucking position. We can do it. Figure it the fuck out. There's no way my phone can tell me what kind of porn I want to watch before I want to watch it. And you can't automate a fucking gun to shoot the maniac that's outside the school. Fuck you. I've seen the technology. We have it. I'm like a real life army guy. I've seen this stuff. We can make cool shit. Just put it in front of the school. At a certain point, it doesn't matter. If we're so afraid of the kids fucking dying, you're not going to take the guns away from the maniacs. And not to mention, okay, disarm everyone. You ever seen 10 kids get chopped up with a fucking machete? It's horrifying. They do it in Iraq all the time. It's horrifying. It still happens. It doesn't, like, you take away the device. You can't chop kids up with, you can't beat a bunch of kids' brains in with a fucking bat. You still need a courageous person in there to stop that man. You still need a person to stop him. And you don't have that in law enforcement. The issue is not the people in charge. It's the fucking 3 stooges they've hired to fucking do their bidding. You know what I mean? You can't hire fucking dumb fuck henchmen to do the job of heroes. We need heroes, goddammit. It blows my mind.
Yep. And on that note, sorry this wasn't a funny episode, but it was definitely shit that needed to be addressed.
Oh, but before we end it, we're probably pretty close, right?
Yeah, we are way over.
Fucking Kimmel ran me over the cunt. Shout outs to all of our new verbal fucking viewers, right? Well, not new, but I mean, we didn't look at that metric, and now we're looking at it. It's a lot of you assholes like our stuff over there, so that's cool. Next week will be a lot better, trust me. Unless you like me bashing Kimmel because he's a whiny cunt. So there you go.
All right, and we'll see you next week. New podcast starting every Tuesday at 8 a.m. or hear previous episodes anytime.
Come on back every week, see-sweet poppy. I got what you need.
You can email us at who'stalkingshh@gmail.com. That's 3 H's.
That's it. Email me. I want to read your shit.
You can leave a voice message on Anchor and possibly be included in an upcoming episode. Tell us how much you like it or if you think it sucks.
Leave me a name and number after the beep.
Go to our Facebook page link on Anchor.
You know you like me.
You can also hear us on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and many more.
You know me. I'm on all the platties, dawg.